This is Cynical Theories by, so I'm just going to look up the subtitle here. Cynical Theories, How Activist Scholarship Made Everything About Race, Gender, and Identity, and Why This Harms Everybody. Published this year by our friends Helen Pluckrose and James Lindsay. It has experienced some weird machinations on Amazon. They don't seem to really like it that much. Less so than Abigail Schreier's book, Irreconcilable Differences, but still a bit downplayed and downgraded in the public eye. I highly recommend it. I admit that I have not read all of it, but I've dipped into it, and it is exactly the remarkable resource that I expected it would be at the point that they were telling us they were writing this. So at the very end, they have just a few examples of how you can recognize social injustice while rejecting the solutions the ideology of social justice proposes. So they've got a number of principled opposition examples. Example 1 being, we affirm that racism remains a problem in society and needs to be addressed. We deny that critical race theory and intersectionality provide the most useful tools to do so, since we believe that racial issues are best solved through the most rigorous analyses possible. We contend that racism is defined as prejudiced attitudes and discriminatory behavior against individuals or groups on the grounds of race and can be successfully addressed as such. We deny that racism is hard-baked into society via discourses, that it is unavoidable and present in every interaction to be discovered and called out, and that this is part of a ubiquitous systemic problem that is everywhere, always, and all-pervasive. We deny that the best way to deal with racism is by restoring social significance to racial categories and radically heightening their salience. And finally, we contend that each individual can choose not to hold racist views and should be expected to do so, that racism is declining over time and becoming rarer, that we can and should see one another as humans first and members of certain races second, that issues of race are best dealt with by being honest about racialized experiences while still working towards shared goals and a common vision, and that the principle of not discriminating by race should be universally upheld.
Excellent, as you would expect from those two.
As you would expect from those two.